My name is Johan Staël von Holstein, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I was one of the pioneers within the internet entrepreneurship scene here in Stockholm. I'm living in Singapore since 5 years back, and I've been working and continue to work with different types of social network products that will empower the users and give value back to the users, give them back their liberty and ability to choose whether they want privacy or not. Well, I think that e-tailing in different types of shapes is really the future. In many cases, not just the way that we look upon it today with selling services and goods, but I think it will be more about exchanging values of different kinds in between individual users on the social networking scene. So it is amazing to see how so many people that has been gathering here at this event, and to see the amazing entrepreneurship and creativity that's around to try and evolve this whole industry and to adjust to all the potential in the future mobile industry or whatever kind of technology that we're talking about. I think Sweden is one of the absolute top scenes in the world when it comes to anything that has to do with internet or mobile technology services, and I think you can see that here also with some of the participating competitors, that there are some magnificent companies coming out of this city, not just the city but in Sweden as a whole. So it's a great atmosphere. It's very positive. You can see it's very vibrant and far away from the downturns of the economy in the rest of Europe, and it's a great atmosphere. I have always really tried to share about my experience to empower and inspire people to be able to dare to take personal responsibility, dare to become an entrepreneur, dare to go for their dreams and their beliefs, and it's something I really like to do. And I have a lot of people who dislike me tremendously for my being so outspoken, but the few people that come up to me and say, you're giving me energy and thanks for, it's a great feeling. And I'm just really engaged in any type of entrepreneurship, and I love being around entrepreneurs because they're so positive in mind. And the problem with the internet is there's too many tech guys, and they really don't like to look at people in the eye and talk to them face to face. They prefer to send emails, and so chat works better for them than talking. But for most people, just look at how people here, they're laughing, they're walking around, they're making new friends. It's this way of communicating and being around other people is going to be there forever. All of the old entrepreneur groups that was here 15 years ago, starting the first internet companies, they're now back with a third, fourth, or fifth company, and it's just really fun to meet old friends and to see how this industry has evolved and how we've all grown up and how our thoughts and beliefs have changed, but there's still the entrepreneurial spirit and positive attitudes. It's just, just being around and listening and talking to people is fantastic. I'm absolutely convinced that we actually cut a path in the forest and bureaucracy and the adverseness to entrepreneurship in this country that was really there 15 years ago. So I think that all of us that was early into this have, made it easier and made it more acceptable, and has inspired a lot of these people to take their own chances and to go for their dreams. And so the society in Sweden has really changed over the last 15 years for the better. I think that they should really try and work different ways of benefiting their users in terms of getting them as advocates and sending them on as maybe, almost like multi-level marketing, having them go out and find customers for the products they like by empowering them and giving them back of the value that they create. Just pressing a like button and getting nothing for it, or letting Facebook get the value out of what that creates, that's not right. I also think that the e-commerce industry has to much more understand that it's the individual and the customer that's right and needs to be taken care of and given respect. So, and there I think that most e-commerce sites are still too bad at that. They've now managed to develop an atmosphere that's exciting in the purchasing moment, But they haven't yet managed to create an atmosphere where I'm really taking care of it in early stages. I enter the sites and feel that I'm already a VIP customer, and that needs to be done on the customers, on their behalf.